down in Star Valley, also with a location in Heber Overguard, and they're sponsors of our Community Spotlight program. Good morning, Rim Country. Chris Higgins in the studio here at the Sawmill Theater Complex. Hope you're having a wonderful Tuesday, and again, a little warmer day out there this week. Temperatures in the high 90s, kind of flirting with 100, or in some areas, I think in Rim Country, right at 100 degrees. So, but always remember, it is still cooler here than it is in the valley. So very, very thankful for that, and sorry to everyone down in the valley or other parts of the state where it's even hotter. Well, this morning on our Community Spotlight program, we're going to be talking about this year's Payson Book Festival, and that is coming up July 19th. That's Saturday, July 19th. And it is from 9 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. at the Matazel Hotel and Casino in the ballroom. And on the program this morning to talk more about the book festival is our county librarian, Gila County Library District, Elaine Vortruba. Good morning, Elaine.
Good morning. How are you?
Doing great. Thank you so much for coming in this morning. Yeah. And on the telephone, we have an author that's going to be at the Payson Book Festival, Carolyn Carney. Good morning, Carolyn.
Hi, Chris. Hi, Elaine. Thank you so much for having me today.
Oh, you're very welcome. Thank you for taking the time to join us on our program. And so, Elaine, you have been, I believe, involved with this book festival since the beginning, or almost the beginning, right?
Almost the beginning. I think I've been with it either 8 or 9 years.
Wow, and this is the 10th year?
That's correct.
The 10th year that we've had the Payson Book Festival. And it's great. Thank you so much for your support, the support of the Gila County Library District. How about first, I know I've had you on the program before talking about the Gila County Library District, but can you tell us a little bit about the district?
Well, the district actually includes 8 libraries throughout Gila County, so they're called my affiliates. Mm-hmm. And they are from all the way up from Pine, Payson, Tonto Basin, down into Globe, which would be Globe and Miami, mm-hmm. up into Young, out to San Carlos, and then down into Hayden. And Hayden is the only one that I do run as a branch, so they are my employees. So we support all 8 libraries with a lot of different financial support. Not just our library service agreements, but also our infrastructure. So what that means is the internet and all of our compliances, CEQA compliant and all of that, E-rate funding. So we do all of that for all 8 libraries.
Oh, very nice. And I know, very familiar with the Payson Library, with Emily Linke, our librarian, and just all of the amazing programs that her and her staff have put together and run for the community. It's just amazing.
Well, right now, all of our libraries are in summer reading program, and Emily and her staff just do an overwhelming amount of programs. So if you've got kids, grandkids coming up from the valley, check out the website, check out the library, and see what programs you can bring them to, because they have a program going, I think, just about every day, including Saturdays.
Yes, on our website, KRIMFM.com, on our events page, we always post the library calendars for the Payson Library and also the Pine Public Library as well. But the Payson Library, let me see, today, yeah, and they have meeting rooms where they have groups that come in. So there's Tai Chi, there was Tai Chi at 9, right now at 10, ukulele. There's a ukulele group, line dancing at 1:15, and then art stories at 2:30, and then watercolors at 5:30.
So a lot of those programs are you don't have to sign up, you just walk in. So maybe give the library a quick call and see if any of those programs are signed up. I know the line dancing, the ukulele, I know those programs just come on in, join in the fun. The ukulele, actually Emily bought some extra ukuleles this year, and if you don't have one, just come on in and you could probably borrow one.
Wow, and then tomorrow, baby story time at 10:30, Let's Talk Spanish at 11:30, and there's an SRP fire safety presentation at 1 p.m. So again, our Payson Public Library, as probably all the other libraries in the Gila County Library District, just a a great source of wonderful programs, activities for all ages, classes. They're utilized by local nonprofits and organizations. So just an incredible resource in our community. So thank you so much for your support of the libraries. So the Payson Book Festival, what do you have going on at the Book Festival?
Well, we've been doing the kids zone there, so we've done different things throughout the years since we've been at the casino and been able to do the kids zone. So while the parents are maybe down checking out the authors tables, let the kids go on up to the kids zone. We're doing fun, recreational, educational programs. This year we're doing kind of following the summer reading theme, which is Color Our World. So we're doing things like mini canvases we'll have available, so you can come and do your own creative art project.
Oh wow!
We're trying to decide. I don't know if we're doing colored pencils, if we're doing. We haven't quite figured that out yet.
Gotcha.
We got a few more things to figure out, but we're going to do that. Then chalk on black construction paper for our little guys.
Oh, nice.
How much fun is that? That's really creative.
Yes.
And then we've got a fun staff member that does origami, and we're going to do, actually, she's going to teach how to do paper cutouts. And we're not talking, just a simple little cutout. She's got some fun things, some summer flowers and that type of thing that the kids can do for cutouts. So we're also doing story time on demand. So when we get some kiddos in there and they're ready to listen to a story, we're going to plop down on the floor and we're going to tell our stories.
There we go. Again, the Payson Book Festival is Saturday, July 19th. From 9 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. It is a free event, so entry is free, admission is free. It's at the Mademoiselle Hotel and Casino, and it's for all ages. The Kids Zone that is hosted by Gila County Library District is just great for young children, and then there's also authors there with children's books. There's the Story Monster is usually there. People
I don't think she's going to be there
don't
this
think
year.
the Story Monster?
Not this year.
Gotcha.
But we've got some other fun things going on.
Other fun, and might be some authors dressed up. I know.
They always come.
Yes, there's some of the children's authors that get dressed up. So it's always a fun time. So Carolyn, before the program we were talking, and you said that you've been to the Payson Book Festival before, but not as a vendor, or you didn't have a booth. So this is your first time with a booth, correct?
That's correct, and I'm really excited. I can't wait to attend.
Wow, so tell us a little bit about the books that you have written.
Oh, absolutely. So my very first book that is published by Mogollon Publishing is a middle grade book called Madison is Possibly, Probably, Positively Guilty. That just came out in the last couple months, so I will be bringing copies of that along. It's available at the Payson Book Festival directly through me. I'm going to have some specials, and then it's also available to order through Barnes & Noble and Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to probably bring a second book that I've self-published for grown-ups, just because I think it's fun to have something for kids. And then, of course, grown-ups, we love looking at books. So what I did was I wrote a short story collection. They're humorous short stories for grown-ups only, called Ralph the Real Estate Guy. And it's his complete short story collection of, 17, 18 stories featuring Ralph, who is a rather unfiltered, possibly unlikable character. It's a lot of, it's something that's just a lot of fun, and it's just based on my years when I worked as a real estate agent.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll be possibly bringing that one with me just for fun. So, but I'm really excited about Madison. The book is about stolen meatballs.
Oh no, stolen meatballs.
Yes.
Oh boy.
Stolen meatballs. Yeah. So the whole gist of it is my character, who is a sixth grader, loves to bring her lunch to school. I mean, I know today kids typically buy their lunch, but my character, Emily, is a little different. She loves her dad's meatballs. Based on a family secret recipe, he makes the best Sicilian-style meatballs, so almost every day she brings them in her lunch. Well, somebody's been stealing them from her lunch bag. Before she can secure them, they disappear, and of course, she is blaming her arch enemy, Madison. So Emily sets out through the whole book to prove that Madison is guilty and does some very bad things to get back at Madison.
Oh.
So it's a mystery. It's a mystery, and it's also kind of a comedy. So I'm really hoping people enjoy the book, because I had a lot of fun writing it.
Yes, just the title makes me laugh, and I think probably will make a lot of people chuckle, or does. The title, did that come to you right away, or was it over time that you came up with the title?
No, actually, it came to me at the last second. This book has been something I've been working on for quite some time. I'm embarrassed to even say when I started it. How many years it has taken me. Seriously. I started writing this when my kids were like in preschool, and they're now young adults.
God.
Need I say more? I've written it several times, edited several times. I've done a lot of different things. But initially it had a couple different titles, and then right before, when it finally got finalized, my editor finalized it and gave it for seal of approval. That's when I decided, you know what, I need a different title, and this just came to me.
Wow.
And luckily, my publisher and editor got on board and said, yeah, we like it, and we'll go with it. So really grateful to them for being so accommodating.
Well, that's, I guess, why it took so long, because you just didn't have the right title for it. And when you got the right title, bam, there you go.
Exactly.
No, so that is then, what age group is that book for?
It's like ages 7 through 12
7
for
through,
now.
okay.
Yeah.
And then your other book, the short story book, Ralph the Real Estate Guy, that is for adults, correct?
Oh, yeah. Ralph
Okay.
is unfiltered. Well, there's a warning about that, because he's very insulting.
Oh,
He's unfiltered. He says what he wants to say. Well, he's in the business of selling property, so yeah, which is kind of interesting. He says what he wants to say, and a lot of people don't like it, and I don't blame them. But so Ralph, the real estate guy, is just based on a lot of situations during my lifetime when I worked in real estate sales, and I accumulated stories over quite a few years, and finally just put them all together in a book. So
gotcha.
it was a lot of fun writing this one.
Yeah, I like on your website the description for this book, whether he's swiping a sale from a coworker, trying and failing to win back an ex, charming a woman who's convinced he stole her dog, or plotting against a cat-loving rival. Ralph's antics never disappoint.
You know, the bottom line is, Chris, you either will love him because he is so authentic, or you're going to just hate his guts, and within a few pages, you're going to just toss the book aside. So it's 50-50, but that's okay. I really didn't have a choice with he wrote the book. I just put the words down to him. And, you know, that's what's really magic, and I'm sure, you know, Elaine would probably agree that when characters take over, you can tell. They pretty much write the book, and you almost have to pull them in a little bit. But that's truly a joy when the characters take over, and then after an hour of writing, you look at this and you think, did I write this? Was it me? It's just really an amazing moment.
No, that it sounds fun. Again, if you're just tuning in or just started watching our live stream, we're talking about the Payson Book Festival, 10th Annual Payson Book Festival, happening Saturday, July 19th from 9 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. at the Matazel Hotel and Casino. And here in the studio, we have County Librarian for the Gila County Library District, Elaine Vortruba. And on the telephone, we have author Carolyn Carney, and she will be one of the 80-plus authors, Arizona authors, I should add, that will be at this year's Payson Book Festival. And again, this is a free event. It's free admission. Wonderful event for people of all ages. If you enjoy books, then you really need to come out to the Payson Book Festival. Also, if you have an interest or you've had a desire to write a book, this is a great event for you because you get the opportunity to talk to 80 plus authors about their experience, how they got started, what were some of the challenges. You can get contacts, make connections, network. So it's just a wonderful opportunity for people to get face-to-face with authors and talk with them about their experience. So Elaine, is this the only book festival in Gila County?
Yeah.
I believe it
yes,
is.
Yes, it is. Most of them are down in the valley or
Tucson.
Yes, yes.
Tucson has a
Huge one in
big
March.
book festival. Yes.
Yes.
So it is just great. Really want to compliment the organization, and I'm bringing it up here. The Rim Country chapter of Arizona Professional Writers, and Connie Cockrell is one of those founding members. And she was in on a previous program just talking about how they brought this together and went to other communities, to a book festival, I think Sedona, or a smaller community like Payson, and said, hey, we could do that. We could do that right here in Payson. So it's taken a lot of work, and putting on any event takes a lot of work. And so I really want to thank all of the members of the Rim Country chapter of Arizona Professional Writers, and all the volunteers, everyone that's involved with putting this event on.
We do, and we have a lot of volunteers for the day of the event that they keep coming back to volunteer because they have so much fun and they enjoy meeting the people, they enjoy talking to the authors, and a lot of the authors are reoccurring authors. They continue to come back with their newly published books. And then we can also get new ones like Carolyn that come for the first time, and we love to see those. So quite a variety of authors and genres that are presented at the book festival. It's a lot of fun.
Yes, I believe Connie said that there are a lot of first-time authors at this Payson Book Festival, meaning first time at the Payson Book Festival. Yes. They might have done other book festivals around the state or out of the state, but this is the first time that they'll be at the Payson Book Festival. So I want to thank you, Carolyn, and all the other authors for coming up to Payson, because without you, the authors, well, there wouldn't be a Payson Book Festival. No, so thank you so much. And let me see, have you done, you have done other book festivals before, Carolyn?
Yeah, actually, my very first one was the one recently in Tucson.
Tucson, oh.
The festival over at the university.
Okay.
So, yeah, I had a booth there with my publisher, Lovely Publishing.
Uh-huh.
And that was amazing. First time I ever participated as a vendor. And just sitting at that table and just talking to people as they wandered by was just an incredible feeling. And I talked to people who usually didn't want to talk to me. I just loved to know what are you looking for? And is this your first time here? What's your favorite books and your authors? And talk to me. It was kind of sad, but I really enjoyed it, and I got to meet a lot of really cool kids. I look at my book. So.
Now, what did you enjoy most about being at the book festival?
I really loved visiting with the kids.
Visiting with them, okay.
I've always worked with kids. I taught martial arts for quite a few years to kids, bully prevention, stranger danger. My husband and I owned a martial arts school, and my area was working with the kids. I went to schools and taught them some basic self-defense, things like that. I was a Girl Scout leader for quite a few years, volunteered in the school, so I loved being around kids and loved their curiosity. So I would have to say, hands down, it is definitely talking to the kids, finding out, what are you reading now? What's your favorite author? Who's your favorite character? Why do you like this character? And do you write stories? And just kids are so curious, and a lot of them love to tell you what they think. I just let them talk, and I just really love all of that. So I'm looking forward to that again. And yeah, so it's all good.
So just out of curiosity, your martial arts studio, what style did you and your husband
We
teach?
did Mogollon Taekwondo through the American Taekwondo Association.
Okay.
It was the largest martial arts organization, I think, in the world. It was called the ATA, American Taekwondo Association. So my husband and I owned a school for quite a few years, and part of what I did was working with the kids, doing all kinds of self-defense and bully prevention, and I worked with Girl Scout troops and teaching them things like respect, perseverance, loyalty, things like that, as well as how to protect themselves. And
Yes.
it was an incredible experience, just incredible. I did work with a lot of kids, and really very much look back on that time with so much love and heart. And yeah, so that was an incredible experience for me.
So on the Payson Book Festival website, it's paysonbookfestival.org. Anyone can go to the website and meet all of the authors that will be at this year's Payson Book Festival. There's also other information on the website, but there's little bios on all the authors. And I see, Carolyn, that you also were a registered nurse for more than 30 years.
That is incorrect.
No! Oh my gosh, okay. Sorry, you know what? That's Kathleen Kelly. That's Kathleen Kelly. Well, and I was reading that and I'm like, oh my gosh, wait, because I was going to ask you, because I thought of Kathleen Kelly. I'm sorry, no, it doesn't say that under your name. But there's another KK. There's you, and then there's Kathleen Kelly, so I apologize.
Thanks for making me laugh, Chris.
No.
That is so funny.
But what I was going to ask was, and even with your martial arts studio, have you ever thought about, or was there ever a desire to write a book about martial arts or your experience teaching martial arts?
Actually, I did write and was part of an article. I used to write nonfiction for quite some time. I wrote articles for different newspapers and periodicals. So I started initially in writing nonfiction articles for businesses, and then kind of jumped in and out of fiction. But I did write an article for Martial Arts Success magazine way long ago, talking about how I worked with, how I resolved a problem I had because I had a really difficult student who did not want to be in my class. She had a lot of behavioral issues. Her parents thought it would be good for her to taekwondo, which honestly, that's not the greatest idea. If you have a bully, you don't want to really teach him how to beat up people. But
Yeah.
the article talked about how I got around that and worked with her to teach her some things like respect for others and herself, things like that. But in any case, regarding your question about the book, yeah, you know what, it's one of the ideas that's been in my mind for quite a few years, so thanks for bringing that up. Because I'm going to move it up the list.
No. Well, and it's...
I appreciate, Chris, I appreciate you reminding me to do that.
Yeah, it's once I got accurate information here, or it wasn't confusing you for another author with the initials KK. Yeah, that is good. So yeah, you're gonna have to meet Kathleen when you're there, and she was the registered nurse for over 30 years and wrote a book about her nursing experiences. It's called Voices of the ER. Yes, yeah, and she was on the program with Connie Cockrell and just sharing a few of her experiences and stories, and she's very, very colorful.
She is a hoot.
She's, yes, Irish.
I love her.
Red hair and fire, yes. She's great. And it must be fun also, Carolyn, interacting with all the other authors at the book festivals.
Oh my gosh, yes. I've made some really good friends. And you mentioned earlier about new authors, meeting other authors and networking. Fantastic idea. And thank you so much for bringing that up. Because I think when you're a new author or you're just kind of looking into writing, having your squad or having a group of people that you see everywhere you go when you go to book fairs and just exchanging information and talking with them is just invaluable. So like one of the authors I met actually at the Payson Book Festival last year was Lisa Galdo. And her and I have become really good friends. So she was giving me a lot of good information and advice on things because she's a very experienced author, and very successful, and just a fantastic person. Love it when people are so willing to share their experience with others who are just starting out, and that is such a blessing. And so yeah, I'm looking forward to hopefully seeing her and several other authors that I recognize, and I see them throughout, the last year or so at different events and just talking with them. So everybody last year was so nice. I stopped at almost every table multiple times to visit the people and to talk to them about their writing and their journey, and everyone was so willing to just talk to me as a newbie. So what a wonderful experience that was.
And that's something that I found to be common among the authors that I've interviewed over the years, is that's something almost all of them have brought up, is their relationship and partnerships, collaborations with other authors, and how they've learned a lot, have been encouraged, have encouraged other authors, but it seems like there's a great support system, at least among Arizona authors.
And I think actually, Chris, this is a great venue because it's not a huge venue by any means, but those authors are probably more willing to talk to you about their journey and give you advice as a new author or a possible author. We have lots of people that come to the library or call the library and say, I want to publish my book, what do I do? Do you have any ideas? So this is a great way for us from the libraries is passing along these authors' names to have a conversation with, but then also this time of year, come on up and talk to these authors because they love to share their experiences and their stories.
Now that is great. Yeah, I was thinking about that, how you obviously have a vested interest in the book festival because authors, encouraging authors, supporting authors, because without authors and their books, wouldn't have much of a library.
It would be a lot smaller collection.
A lot smaller, yes, yeah, that is for sure. So again, it's great to see the involvement by the Gila County Library District, and especially for children, to get them just going and interested in books.
Well, that's one thing that the library district and all of our libraries are highly invested in is early literacy for our children. So if you don't know what early literacy means, it's actually the knowledge and the information and the development that kids have before they learn to read or write. So it's gathering those skills that makes them possible for them to read or write. So it starts at birth. And one of the programs that we have is just phenomenal is the Imagination Library. So that is in Gila County. Any child born that lives here in Gila County can get a free book delivered to their home every month until they turn 5.
Wow.
So we are encouraging those home libraries, and this is one of the way that we encourage that is get your kiddos signed up, get them that book and their age appropriate books. So if you've got a newborn, they're going to be board books. If you've got a 4-year-old, then it's going to be a little bit older, more appropriate for a 4-year-old going into kindergarten. Great books, and it's obviously by Dolly Parton, and she has a great crew of people picking those books that get sent out. So they're just phenomenal books.
No, that is great. Well, Carolyn, I want to thank you again for joining us this morning and sharing about your books, and I look forward to meeting you at this year's Payson Book Festival.
Well, thank you, Chris. I really appreciate being here. I really had a fantastic time. And Elaine, I look forward to meeting you as well if it keeps going. So looking forward
Carolyn.
And again, I apologize for confusing you with Kathleen Kelly. Oh, that was, I wasn't expecting that response, and I'm sure you weren't expecting that question or statement.
Keep it real, right?
There we go.
Live radio.
Oh, live, yes, we're live, that's for sure. It's fun. And thank you so much, also Elaine, for coming on this morning. And again, thank you for everything you do for Payson and also for the entire county, for all of the libraries.
Thank you.
Oh, you're very welcome. Thank you everyone for listening and watching this morning as well. Hope you have a beautiful Tuesday. And we're going to have a message from, again, our Community Spotlight sponsor, the Shed Kings. A big thank you to them, followed by update from the National Weather Service. And then it's back to the music with some Def Leppard, Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young, and Amy Stewart. So you guys, again, have a beautiful rest of your day.
Welcome to Shed Kings, offering 2 convenient locations in Star Valley and Overgard, Arizona.
Hey there, I'm Curtis. And I'm Anthony. And we're the Shed Kings, home of the rent-to-own, no credit check program.
We offer barns, sheds, garages, cabins, and steel buildings, all built to last. Proudly representing Graceland Portable Buildings, industry leaders for over 20 years. Need something larger? We also represent American Steel Buildings for unmatched durability and the best warranties in the business. Quality matters. If there was a better constructed building on the market, we would be selling it.
Shed Kings made it so easy, but quality's unbeatable. I loved it so much, I joined the team.
Enjoy enhanced floor and wall durability, optimized fasteners, and budget-friendly options. Choose from a wide variety of styles and colors to fit your needs. Graceland Portable Buildings has the highest customer quality ratings year after year.
So come see us in person and experience the Shed Kings difference. Because we have the shed you've been looking for. If not, we can build it. Call or visit us to get started.
Welcome to Shed Kings, offering 2 convenient locations in Star Valley and Overgard, Arizona.
Hey there, I'm Curtis. And I'm Anthony. And we're the Shed Kings, home of the rent-to-own, no credit check program.
We offer barns, sheds, garages, cabins, and steel buildings, all built to last. Proudly representing Graceland Portable Buildings, industry leaders for over 20 years. Need something larger? We also represent American Steel Buildings for unmatched durability and the best warranties in the business. Quality matters. If there was a better constructed building on the market, we would be selling it.
Shed Kings made it so easy, but quality's unbeatable. I loved it so much, I joined the team.
Enjoy enhanced floor and wall durability, optimized fasteners, and budget-friendly options. Choose from a wide variety of styles and colors to fit your needs. Graceland Portable Buildings has the highest customer quality ratings year after year.
So come see us in person and experience the Shed Kings difference. Because we have the shed you've been looking for. If not, we can build it. Call or visit us to get started.